have rappers in the industry been covering for Diddy this whole time? Y'all, the allegations against Diddy keep getting longer and longer, and now actor Michael J. White is stepping out to make some serious allegations. According to Michael, many rappers have known about Diddy's shenanigans for a while, and that is why they learned to avoid his parties at all costs. Y'all know how 50 Cent is always going on and on about how dangerous Diddy's parties are? Well, Michael just confirmed it, saying that Diddy allegedly SAs a lot of young rappers at the parties. Girl, Michael didn't just spill the tea, he came with an entire teapot, and he did not come to play. Girl, it's starting to look like many of y'all's favorite celebs knew about Diddy's activities before he was even busted, and honestly, I think that says a lot about the industry and how people manage to get away with a lot of stuff. Actor Michael J. White recently opened up about Diddy and how there have been rumors in the industry about Diddy's lavish and wild parties, as well as the activities that really go on in the parties. I mean, us ordinary folks have been speculating about Diddy and his parties for a couple of years now. Maybe 5, 6, or 7 years. But according to Michael, people in the industry have known since the 90s, before social media was even a thing. So people didn't know as much about the private lives of celebs apart from what we read in the tabloids or on TV. According to Michael, Diddy's parties have always been very popular among celebrities, especially rappers, since Diddy's label, Bad Boy Records, was popular for being one of the biggest labels in the 90s for signing rappers. At first, the parties were just fun and there was nothing crazy going on. But as time went on, the rappers started to notice some seriously shady activities that they were not comfortable with. It allegedly started with and then shifted to gay activities. Allegedly, Diddy forced the rappers who attended the parties to partake in some activities that they were not comfortable with because it made them feel gay. Before Michael came out to reveal this, there were some hints that were thrown out there by some of the rappers who were in attendance at the parties, but they were too scared of Diddy to come straight out to reveal what had really happened to them at the parties. Take Usher, for example. He had an interview with Howard Stern a couple of years ago where he was asked what it was like to be sent to live with Diddy when he was only 13 or 14. Usher admitted that there were a lot of wild activities that he was forced to witness and partake in at that young age. But when Howard asked him if those activities involved chicks, Usher said no, before going on to say that the lifestyle was curious and that he couldn't indulge or understand what was happening.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
So if Diddy's parties were curious, like Usher said, but he wasn't partying with chicks, who was he partying with at that time? Yeah, your guess is just as good as mine. Rapper 50 Cent has also accused Diddy of actively working to turn young rappers gay. 50 claimed that the reason Diddy invites so many young rappers to his parties is that he forces them to engage in some questionable activities. 50 posted a picture of Lil Baby and said, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puffy and them at. The F is going on here. Get the F off my young man, WTF." So yeah, it looks like those parties are just as shady as we thought. Well, Michael J. White eventually spilled the tea on the parties, talking about how rappers felt forced into the parties. In a recent interview with Vlad TV, Michael made it clear that he was not surprised about the raid on Diddy's houses by the feds, adding that it should have happened a long time ago.
All right, here we go. Michael J. White. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Yeah, it's him again.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, we can't start this off without talking about Diddy.
I thought so.
Yes, no surprise from anyone here. His LA and Miami homes were just raided. His sons, Justin and King Combs, were handcuffed. Justin's biological dad, I'll be sure, just did an Instagram post that said, "Hey, son, come on home.
Quincy, yeah.
You know, there's an open door here for you." And it is a total mess. Are you surprised at all?
No?
No?
No.
He then talked about how he knew Diddy back in the day because his ex-girlfriend was friends with Kim Porter. He claimed that even back then, Diddy had this weird vibe and this weird energy around him.
I've been around Sean Combs. I've seen him, and you know, I'm always concerned about people. From early on, my ex-girlfriend and Kim Porter, they were good friends. And so I used to be around them, and I saw a different thing. I know he's Puffy or Sean or what. I see I erase all that stuff, right? So I see a cat that I'd be concerned with, that if somebody isn't checking him, or if it's left to his own devices and ego, that you're going to see somebody that's not going to be able to be contained.
So Michael believes that Diddy uses his money and influence to do whatever he wants, and he truly believes that he is untouchable because of that. He also claimed that Diddy barely restrains himself, and if he wasn't concerned about the law, he would be much worse than he already is. But he didn't stop there, and he went further to claim that Diddy was surrounded by yes men who never corrected him or checked him for his BS.
that never, I look, concern was like, man, that dude is, he's got just nothing but, yes people around him. He's gonna be in trouble. Like nobody, so you need to rein that in. So that's what I'm always saying. I go, and I see that with a lot of people who, when they get powerful, like I said on this show before, if you didn't check yourself or balance yourself out before you get money and power, oh, good luck. It's going to be hard to rein that in later when you got all these people kissing your ass. So, no, I'm not surprised. If somebody's got a proclivity for, being bisexual, there ain't nothing wrong with that, as long as it ain't, against somebody's will or minor or whatever. I don't know if those things are true.
Yeah, this adds up with what Cassie and Lil Ross said in their lawsuits, where they accused his chief of staff, his lawyers, his household staff, and many other people of covering for Diddy and going over and beyond to indulge in his behaviors, even though they knew that he was hurting other people and he was forcing rappers into insane situations that they wanted nothing to do with. Fans agree with Michael's revelations, and they left comments saying, "Y'all keep calling Diddy freaky, and I wouldn't use that label. I'd more so use psychotic and narcissistic. I feel like freaky makes the vile stuff he does sound cutesy. It scares me how many people don't understand that what Diddy did was like next level narcissistic behavior. And I've always gotten vibe that Puff Daddy, Puffy, P. Diddy, Diddy, whatever, is wretchedly narcissistic, no boundaries type of guy living wretchedly narcissistic, no boundaries type of lifestyle. Settling Cassie's lawsuit so fast suggests he was scared more damaging info would come out. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, and then check out this next video.